Hello, I'm Alan with the Plant Farm. We've had a lot of our customers, especially those from Etsy, who've asked questions about how do you root the rosary or string of hearts vine. So I thought I'd real quickly show you how to do that. The first thing, I've already clipped a stem off of the plant. And so I'm going to cut these long pieces of stem out. Then what I'll do is I'll take those same cuttings, and I've already got some right here that I've dipped in a rootone. And you know, it's very important that we use some rooting powder on most of our cuttings. Not all cuttings have to do that. It's easy if you see that there's an adventitious root right at the side of the node. You may not need it, but it's a good practice to use rooting hormone. It makes sure and assures you that you have a greater percentage of success. So here's what I'll do. I'll just take this little cutting. You notice that it can confuse you a little bit, but the stem actually, the orientation, even though it looks like this would be the way up because the leaves point that way, it actually, because the leaves are coming out and then turning up, the right orientation would be this way down. So I'm going to put just a little bit of rootone in it, and then I'm just going to set it right here in my soil. And for a typical Etsy customer who's ordering cuttings of the rosary vine, they would receive 5. So I'm going to go ahead and stick 5 little cuttings in this pot. Notice I'm careful as I orientate each cutting so that the actual natural end that goes toward the roots is in the soil. So there's 4 cuttings. I'll put one more in. That'll be 5 cuttings. Now when I get done inserting this, what I want to do is moisten it with some water. If you've got a small home and you don't have maybe a large greenhouse, I would suggest that you put this little pot like this in a Ziploc bag and set it on your windowsill after you've moistened it. That'll create a nice little greenhouse of humidity around it, and you should be able to see roots in about 2 weeks to possibly 20 days. But I would expect that it would root relatively easily within 2 weeks. This is Alan at the Plant Farm, and showing you how to root a rosary vine.